Are you looking for a sales CRM template? One that lets you track leads, prioritize follow ups, and close deals. In this video, I'm going to be sharing with you an optimized sales CRM template that you can start using from this moment going forward. Now, if you are short of time, I have made this pre-built, pre-formatted template available for instant download. There will be a link in the description down below if you do want to pick it up. That being said, let me now walk you through this template from scratch. So if you did want to create it yourself, you can. Now, one thing I will say at this point, I have built this in Google Sheets. You can export this file into Excel. If you click download, you can download it as a .xlsx file. You can also download it as a PDF or even as a web page. Now, the other thing you can do is just build this out in one of your other systems that you may be using or applications. So just bear that in mind. But let's just walk through how this template has been built and let's get your CRM up and running. So let me walk you through all the different columns and the data points you're going to want to capture for an optimized relationship management process. So the first is we have opportunity number, and in this field I have added a formula. Now what this essentially does is it gives each opportunity a unique reference so that you can refer to it at any point. Now the way this has been basically set up, if you have a look on screen, you could replicate this if you wanted to, is it's just basically as any kind of cells are populated. So as an example, if I just put a date in here, a random date, then it's going to give that opportunity number kind of randomly, and it will start from 0, 1 all the way through. So as we start to populate this, they'll go up, but it's just useful if you want to refer to any of your opportunities by that reference number. We've then got date created, or it could even be date raised. This is essentially when you're adding the opportunity or the new lead into your sales CRM. Owner, typically that may just be yourself if you're operating this CRM by yourself, but it could, if you're in a big team, a big sales team, you may want to assign an owner or whoever's looking after that potential lead. Sales region, again, may or may not need it. It depends where you're operating. If you're operating globally or perhaps across the country, you may want to include this. Just on that point, not all of these columns may suffice. You may not need all of them, so just use the ones that make sense to you. Company name, if you're operating within the same client, again, may not be required, but if you are working with various different companies, you can put that in here. Primary contact, that is the individual that you are liaising with about the opportunity. So put their name in here. Email address is of that primary contact. Phone number is also of that primary contact. Website, that would be of the company if they have one or if it's useful to document. We've then got our first drop down. Now to set this up, so this is for the opportunity type. So to set this up, right click on the column header and select the drop down option. I've then just gone ahead and typed all of these in. Now you can color code these as well if you wanted to, and I have done that on some of the other columns as you'll soon see. But these are the options for opportunity type. Let me remove that for now. We've got new business, an upsell, cross-sell, and a renewal. So they're all the different types of opportunities that you may have, and just select one of those. Opportunity source, you can document essentially where this opportunity originated from. We've got opportunity status. Again, this is a drop-down, and I have color-coded these this time. New, so it's a brand new opportunity. In progress, on hold, won, lost, and cancelled. So you can just keep track of what's going on with each lead as you go on. Opportunity stage. So this has more to do with where you're currently at in the process. So prospecting, qualification, proposal sent, negotiation, verbal commit, closed won, and closed lost. Now there is some kind of overlap between these two columns here, but both of them are quite useful. As an example, it could be in progress and the proposals may be sent, or it could be in progress and you may be at negotiation. So you get the idea there. Let me just remove that one out. We've then got value. That's the value of the deal. Now, it may be that you have various deals with that individual, so you may need to have multiple rows, but this is essentially how much that deal is worth to you and your organization. Currency, it may be that you're charging them in a particular currency. So as an example, you may be charging in your local currency, or it may be a currency that, again, is a different market to you. Probability to close, how likely are you to close that deal and make the sale. It's just a percentage. You can type that in manually. Expected close date, so you get an idea in terms of your forecast. Close date actual is when that sale it actually happens. So you can have a look at the difference between these two, and you can kind of see in terms of your timelines what you can expect going forward for deals, or it could be you might notice trends and patterns with when you expected to close and when you actually close. So that can be really important going forward. We've got lead source. So essentially, these are all the different options. Essentially, how did this lead arise? Is it through, if this is particularly for inbound, but is it website, referral, email? Well, actually, it's outbound as well, but website, referral, email campaign, social media. Was it an event? Was it a cold call? Was it paid advertising? That's kind of what PPC is. You should probably change it to paid advertising, or is it something else? And you can just put other in there. Industry, again, may not be suitable for all of you watching, but it depends. If you're working across multiple different industries, then you might want to document that here. Last contacted date, when was that with the lead or the opportunity? When should you next contact them? So as an example, will it be a week today, a month today? Just make sure you keep on top of those leads, keep them hot. Contact method, are you going to be contacting them via the phone, via email? Is it even WhatsApp? Is it through LinkedIn? Is it a Zoom? Is it in person? Is it a social direct message? You get the idea. If you offer lots of products and services, you might want to specify which one that individual is or that opportunity is interested in. Competitor, again, may not be useful, but this is an opportunity to add if there's any competitors that may be bidding for that deal, or other basically competitors you need to be aware of that could prevent this deal from going ahead. Inbound or outbound, again, have you created this opportunity through your efforts, or has it come directly to you? We've got some information here on where the business is located, so that can be useful, particularly if you kind of operate, you need to travel to different offices, or you need to travel to site. So we've got street address, city, state, zip code. Then there's the ability to have a priority. Is it a low priority, this deal, medium or high? Obviously, that will likely depend on the value of the deal. The deal age in days, so you can see how long this deal's been going on for. Days in stage, again, so another way to just quantify how long this deal is taking to proceed. Next step, what do you need to do next for this opportunity to progress? And then lastly, there is a column for comments and notes. So any additional commentary that is useful to add for each and every single lead. So they're all of the columns that you want to add and the suggested drop downs that you have. The other thing I've kind of done here, just kind of to mention, is I created all of these column headers. I typed them all in A1, and then basically I created a content area. So I selected A1, and then I dragged all the way down to the final column. I think I got to row AI, and I went all the way down to about row 100, at which point I right clicked and I converted it to table. Now that's not available now because I've already done it, but that's given us this visual look and feel, and it makes it look a lot more professional as well. The other thing I've done is I've created a summary tab. Now this essentially, there's a few formulas in here that is running some analysis on our underlying CRM, and that just gives us greater insight and a more of a high level overview. So as an example, the total number of opportunities. Now this is it's a COUNTIFs formula. It's basically looking into this sales CRM, and it's just making sure that if there's text present, we pick it up from rows A2 downwards, or row 2 downwards, I should say, because we don't want to pick up the column header. We've got the total value of the pipeline, excluding closed one. So this is a sum if, and it's excluding that particular status. Number of closed one deals. We've got the value of closed one deals here. The win rate in terms of a percentage. We've got the average deal size, and it's set so that if we haven't got any kind of information within the sales CRM, we get this message. It just prevents it from saying NA essentially until we've got data in there. We've got the total open deals, and that's what that formula looks like here. But yeah, obviously it depends on what you want to do, what you want to analyze, what you want to quantify. So these formulas, these KPIs are going to be context dependent. We've got the average deal in days, average days in stage. So these are just some of the things that you might want to document and record. If you do purchase the template, which is in the link in the description below, you obviously will get access to this. Otherwise, I would suggest doing this. It might be too much for you. You might not need to actually do it. But this is the sales CRM. It's applicable for any industry. Strongly recommend that you build this yourself or get the template. It will do you and your sales, your customer relationship management a world of good. So with that said, best of luck. Any questions, comments, feedback, drop them down below. Over to you, and I hope you have an excellent day.